Rayna, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Oh, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. And I just wanted to let you first introduce yourself to our audience, and then I just want to talk a little bit about Native Cry and what it involves and how we can help the people. I know that you've been talking to Kisa, our friend from Good Thinking, but myself, just I know that we're losing too many youth, and they need to have some place where they can come to that they feel comfortable to not do what they're thinking of doing. So I just want to give this opportunity to our listeners.
Okay, my name is Rayna Madero. I'm a Quezon tribal member, enrolled tribal member from Southern California. I'm CEO, co-founder of Native Cry Outreach Alliance. And when Native Cry came about is a couple of years ago, I lost my 19-year-old niece to suicide. She was valedictorian, high scholar, and she was just in a really dark place where she couldn't have her cries heard. I also, after a month after that, I lost a really close, dear friend of mine, a best friend of mine, to an accidental suicide, and she was 20, I believe, 27, 28. And it just hurt. It felt like a fresh scab getting ripped off. It was hard to deal, and I just got tired of sitting back and not doing anything about this ugly monster called depression that leads to suicide. I'm a survivor of myself. From '04, I attempted, and it was the worst mistake I ever did, because it not only would have had affected my family and my children, but it would have affected more other people that I didn't realize that it could have hurt from trying to take my own life. And so I attempted to take 40 tablets of codeine, and I literally did ingest it when I tried to take my life in '04. And I sought out help. And after that, when I got help, it was fine. But the long-term effect from what I tried to do, I had health problems with my liver getting damaged. It literally messes you up when you ingest toxins like that. But I decided to create Native Cry because I wanted an organization to have youth, adults, anybody be able to go to, so they can have a place to go to as a safe haven and a place where they won't be judged, where they can vent. And I actually just not too long ago decided to make this organization mobile so we can go to reservations and help other organizations link to other organizations, so we all can kind of work together as a community, a family, and tackle this ugly issue called suicide.
Oh.
I feel like I'm babbling.
No, you're absolutely no. See, for myself, I'm just listening, and I know that there's a lot of folks everywhere that have these thoughts, and it's hard for them, because I know a lot of people in America, especially, don't realize the poverty level that's on the reservations, and a lot of the layers to what young people carry.
Yeah.
And so I want to get this out so that healing can happen. And I love what you were saying about people have to have a safe place where they can feel that they can be heard, you know.
Yeah, tell their story, their pain, their hurt. And it doesn't have to be a specific organization. It does, or a mental health clinic. It could be just your local community gathered together at somebody's house and just vent and say, you know what, I need help. Can Auntie help me? Can Uncle help me? Or even your local tribal councils, they rally together to be able to, help their communities out and say, look, there's an issue. Why are two cousins taking their own lives within 1 month? Or why, what's the deal with two friends making a pact and committing suicide together? It's not just one organization that needs to carry on all the pressure. I feel all of us as a community, we all need to take it upon ourselves to actually help save our youth as well as adults. It's okay not to be okay, but gradually, tomorrow could be better, and if it's not, the next day will.
Right, and the big thing is as I'm sitting here, and it's hard. This is a hard topic because I've lost some friends, and myself, I wonder why they didn't share. Didn't know until afterwards that they were hurt.
Yeah.
And there's certain signs to look for. But I was talking to a brother of mine, and he was telling me that what we have to do as people is we have to listen with our heart and give them what they need, not what we think they need, what they're asking for. Could you talk?
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way too, because when I attempted, I didn't say too much. The reason for my attention is because I was in a very unhealthy marriage for quite some years, and I thought there was no way out. The way I tried to seek help was calling friends and saying, just wanting them to hear me, just to talk to me. And at that point in time, I was even trying to give stuff away that I didn't even want, that I thought I didn't need because I was already planning to do what I was going to do. But reading books and materials and articles, a lot of people that do attempt or actually succeed in suicide, I hate using that word succeed, but actually commit suicide, they do leave some signs, but it's very hard to see because you're trying to see the why and not the what could have led to it. And for years, I've tried to ask why my niece did what she did years ago, but I can't anymore because I feel if I keep on saying why, I'm not letting her rest. All I can know is that I could try to help somebody else that has issues or troubles and trials and tribulations, that I can probably help that individual tell my story, and maybe that can help them, or have others tell their story to heal within. Does that make sense? I don't know.
No, absolutely. It's absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and I know that the website is nativecry.org, and
yes.
You're doing. I don't know if it's still going on, but a T-shirt contest.
Oh, we actually just announced we do have Native Cry fan page on Facebook. That's where we're a lot active in the media networking, is through that fan page, because our demographics is so large. Because I feel an individual, let's say if they're at South Dakota or Navajo country or somewhere very secluded where they can't get out, but they do have internet, I feel Native Cry fan page is one outlet that they can go to a community online where if they have an issue, they can post it on the wall and say, I'm here, depressed. Is there somebody out there that I can talk to if they can't get to a cell phone or go to a mental health clinic that is so far away, where hopefully this little outlet, this fan page on Facebook, that they can get help. And I feel with that they can go on there and try to adapt friends, brand new friends, family, other community members that are dealing with the same thing they are dealing with.
So I know that there's how many? I know you're one of the founders, but how many other folks are involved? And you said you do go to them. Is
Yes, we do have. I do have about 8 different admins that help run Native Cry fan page on Facebook, Catherine, and several others that do help me with the Facebook Native Cry. And I do have board members that also help me, and individual people that go to Facebook Native Cry and like it or inbox me. Some are psychologists, some are different therapists that can help as well, that are offering their services online. And other organizations like, I just drew a blank. I have other organizations that I'm trying to collaborate with, that if an individual like moves to Alaska, there's an organization that I know out there that can help individuals with issues of depression or suicide, or that they can go to. I'm trying to be a large directory.
right.
Pardon
So you got your webpage, nativecry.org, and then there's Facebook, Native Cry, and people can get a hold of you there.
Yes, they can inbox, like it. If you have issues that you just can't quite understand yourself and you want to seek out some help or advice, you can inbox me. We also have an educational tool, PSA, a public service announcement that we have on YouTube, and it's called Suicide You're Not Alone. And you can access it. What it is my own children, as well as my nieces and nephews, the ones that lost their sister, and my own mother, and several other law enforcement and school officials from an area where I filmed. Daniel Golding from Hocon Media, he filmed it, produced it. I just helped him with it, with the idea. And we're allowing anybody to go on YouTube. It's a strong message that you see these young teenagers and kids, not scripted, that are speaking from the heart, that says, you're not alone. And they dealt with it. Their pain is real that you see on this PSA. And all you have to do is access it and share it. I'm actually trying to challenge Indian country to help pass that PSA around so much. Right now it's at 6,000 views. I want it to reach 10,000. So once it does, I'm going to walk 10,000 steps. And whoever's willing to join me once that PSA hits 10,000 steps, you can walk with me. And to share that, as well as we have a bill that we've been campaigning. It's called the Native American Suicide Prevention Act. It's a bill that I've been campaigning and pushing for so long for small organizations like mine and others out there to be able to get funding and grants to help do the awareness and prevention in suicide in Indian country.
So where would I access that bill so I can spread that around to help?
We actually started it on change.org. And there's a little search bar engine in that website, change.org, and you type in the Native American Suicide Prevention Act.
Okay.
And it'll bring up a bill. All you have to do is fill it out, but your name, email, and it's pretty much individually people are endorsing into this bill wanting to get pushed. Right now we have over 6,000 supporters. And actually, I have received information that I got Congressman Raul Grajava, Arizona Congressman, to reintroduce this bill, to push it for us. So if there's any organizations out there that look this information up and want to endorse it with your organization, please contact Raul Grajava, Congressman of Arizona, that you want to endorse it with your organization, and that will help out a great deal.
Okay. And I just posted that on Facebook to my webpage, Make No Bones About It. You can access that link there, and I will be signing it momentarily. And again, like, I know this is one of those issues that it's a major my heart is just I don't want to call it a problem, but it's one of those things that has been put to the back burner.
No, and you can say it is a problem. It is an issue that sometimes it gets swept under the rug so much, or I don't know how your reservation is, but growing up, I heard too many times what happens in this house stays in this house. And what I try to teach my nieces, my nephews, my children, don't go by that saying. If you can't talk to me, your dad, your stepdad, stepmom, cousins, uncles, talk to a teacher, talk to a principal. Get out what's inside, because if you hold that in, it's going to make you sick, not just emotionally, but physically. With stress and depression, it physically eats your inside. It slowly, you start getting ulcers, everything. It messes you up big time, so let it out. Don't hold it in.
And again, I want to stress that when people contact you, that it is a safe place. That you can do that. What you were just saying, you could let it out.
Yeah.
And that's what you're there for, is for people to have that. That's the big thing. That safety, to be able to go, oh, I can let this out. And that then also that folks are really listening to me.
Yeah, and that you're not being judged of somebody saying, if you have a problem cutting, which a lot of teens I've ran into, they either cut their wrists, they cut their legs. The ones that want to hide what they're doing to themselves, they'll cut their thigh. And they go to other people that, from what I've told, stop it. What's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you. You're just crying out for attention. You're just being a drama queen. A lot of it, yeah, you are wanting attention, so seek out that attention, help them. If it's sexual assault, molestation, rape, domestic violence, I have an organization in Arizona called The Healing Journey. Estrella Fitch runs it, and if you're in that area, she helps. She's a great deal of help. It goes so much deeper, and you wonder why, but the why is there, but you got to let that individual bring it out themselves and not force it upon them to say, tell me what's wrong with you.
Absolutely. And again, I just want to I'm going to play the suicide, the You're Not Alone. I know that it's a visual, but also just to listen to what the young people are saying, and then we can come back and talk a little bit about that. And again, appreciate you taking this time. So we're just going to play this real quick, and we'll come right back.
Today is just another day.
A day I think about you.
A day that I remember your smile.
A day I remember your laugh.
A day I remember your sense of humor.
Why were you so sad?
What made you hurt so much?
Today is just another day.
Why were you hurting so much? Why didn't you call?
Why were you hurting so much?
Why didn't I see your signs?
Your pain may be gone,
but mine just started.
No one said life was easy.
There is help. There's hope.
Reach out to someone.
Reach out to someone.
Reach out to someone. Reach out to someone.
Reach out to someone.
Reach out to me.
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 Reach out to me. Reach out to somebody.
The suicide rate of Native Americans is 25% higher than the national rate.
A person commits suicide every 40 seconds.
Hi, my name is Joe Madrid. I know a lot of people might think that suicide may be the way out of all their problems, but it really isn't. They don't understand that it doesn't only affect them, it also affects their family and friends around them. It's not the way to go.
My name is Xavier Madrid, and I think you should reach out to someone instead of doing what you're planning to do, which is wrong. But if you reach out to someone, they can help you.
My name is Sierra Madrid, and I'm going to tell you
You're not alone.
Can you introduce your name?
Frankie Cáceres.
What message do you want to give to whoever's watching this right now?
Shouldn't take your life in your own hands when you got people around you that love and care for you deeply. And it shouldn't be a mistake to take your life when you have people that can stop you and help you and get you the help that you really need.
Hi, my name is Dave Beeler. I'm superintendent of San Pasqual Unified School District. We are here for you. If you're having some problems and some issues, please come talk to us, and we'd like to work with you and help you through this, because we know that when you're young, there are a lot of things that come up and causes you concerns, and there are people there that you can talk to about everything. So please don't hesitate. Come talk to us, please.
My name's Patricia Malvito. I'm a teacher and coach here at San Pasqual High School. I just want people to know that it's okay to ask for help. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Feeling this way is not a sign of weakness. Looking for help, asking for help is a sign of strength.
Never thought she'd do something like this. No one did.
I've lost my big cousin. She was a big part of all of our lives, not only mine.
Who did you lose?
I lost my sister. She was only 19. Valedictorian.
I also lost a very close friend of mine. She may have thought that it was the right thing, but she didn't notice that it would affect all of us in the long run, and that we missed her every day, and that was something that we would never expect or want her to do.
Hi, my name is Antonia Palone. And you're not alone.
My name is Rachel Curtis, and I've lived here on the reservation all my life. I would tell the young youth that it's, there's a purpose for them in life, and to help others in the grief-stricken of family suicide. It's been going on for years, but there's always something in life that they have to go on and teach others.
Be strong and live life. So please get help. It's worth it.
It says here you can get help at 800-273-8255. And you still there?
Yes, that number is the National Suicide Prevention number. And the reason why we use that number is because why reinvent the wheel when it's already there? And there's other suicide on Native Cry. Facebook, we try to post as many local crisis lines near you or wherever you're at. And also on Twitter, we post a lot of numbers, 1-800 numbers to suicide prevention hotlines, as well as articles on Twitter as well as Facebook. I try to utilize the media social networks as much as I can, because everybody and their grandmothers have that. And I feel, it's accessible right there in their hands when they have their cell phone, their computers, their laptops, that they access it all the time. So why not get into that habit of showing as much as you can? That video that you see, it's been shown everywhere. And right now it's being screened, I believe, next weekend in Austin in Arizona, and it's been screened in San Francisco. It's been screened in New York, and I want that. We decided to create that video is because we wanted to be straight to the point. And a lot of people say, that video made me cry. It hurt. It touched me. Well, the reason why we chose to put at that capacity is because we want you to think about it before you decide to take your own life, because the individual family members that you see there, and my kids, my nieces and nephews, who were affected, they're still affected. My oldest nephew, that was his blood sister, they shared the same mom and dad, that it still hurts him after today. And the thing is, I tell him that you have to, all the hurt and pain and rage that you have within inside, you got to turn it into something positive and give back. So not another person could feel what you're feeling today.
Absolutely, and again, I appreciate you taking time with us this evening. And the web page is nativecry.org. They're on Facebook, and they're on Twitter. Where else? The YouTube is you just put in Native Cry, it'll come up, and Google on the YouTube. Is there any other way they could reach you?
Just everything through the media. I mean, if you leave a message through Twitter, I get it, as well as Facebook. The website, there's emails at website. If you want to directly get a hold of me and talk to me, you can reach me at rayna.madero@gmail.com, and it goes directly to me. And we also have several different other videos for Native Pride that you can find on YouTube. Just type in Native Pride. I have my challenge video out there to help me get 10,000 signatures on change.org, as well as 10,000 hits for the video that you've seen as Suicide You're Not Alone. And once that 10,000 hits, I want to be able to challenge everybody in Indian countries on a particular day that I'm going to pick for you to drop everything and just walk for the ones that have passed from suicide.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking this time with us this evening, and you take care, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you very much, and have a great afternoon.
Yeah, you too. We'll talk soon.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. And this is Make No Bones About It, and I want to thank Rayna for calling in and sharing with us. It's again, it's a major concern in India, actually everywhere, but in Indian country for sure. Play a healing song, and we'll be back after this message. Thanks for tuning in.